of Liquid versus Tundra. And you know, on the Tundra side of things, do you like the shift here where they do move the Hoodwink into the support position and they get 9 back on his Queen of Pain? I mean, of course, the Hoodwink, whilst it didn't work out last game, still very much one of Nine's top heroes or favorite heroes to play. But Queen of Pain, just as much. You know, we've seen 9 Quap carry plenty of game.
Yeah, it just feels like he had a lot of net worth in the last game. Matumba's just walking right up. All right. Oh, that's Boxy.
Yeah. I mean, this worked out last game, right?
That was Matumba in the last game, walking up the hills.
That was. Yeah, but yeah, this is good. You know, Boxy says, you know, if you're going to walk up hills as Monkey King, let me be the Monkey King.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know, Boxy going down there. He went down a lot of times last game. It worked out. You know, this is all part of the plan.
Yeah.
You know, Boxy will throw his body at Tundra, and then Liquid will do things and win the game. This is all part of the Liquid road to victory.
Yep, somebody's got to do it. But with that being said, you're not too enthused to see the enemy mid get first blood.
This is true.
9 will basically have his bottle once he gets the bounty runes.
Yep, and he's on one of the best heroes to sort of guarantee those runes.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, good luck mid, Mickey.
Speaking of that hero, he doesn't actually get it.
Oh.
This was over.
Now your mid's probably going to be... Your mid's going to be mad, right? If you feed first blood to the enemy mid, then you don't get the bounty rune. If this was a pub game, Dire's mid would probably be saying some things.
The good news for Mickey, though, is
he's on a professional team, so, you know.
That's good.
Yep.
That's not what I was... Great for, both of them. It's going well for them, obviously. He's Lina.
Yeah.
That's arguably the biggest lane-winning mid in the game. So he'll be fine.
And still just as much against Quap, right? This is a matchup that Lina should be fine in.
Yep, definitely. But, you know, that super early bottle, not great to play against. This is what I expected to happen in the previous game. It's just the Visage level 1 absolutely going to Pound Town with that Soul Assumption. It does so much damage at level 1. It's like the best damage for mana cost level 1 ability. Maybe like top 3, but it's up there.
What else sort of contests for highest damage level 1 spell?
Probably like a long duration spell. Edict used to be really good, but then they nerfed it the early levels.
Yeah.
I think it still is actually pretty good, even though it's been nerfed. It takes so long.
And Rocket Barrage nowadays on single target is still pretty bad level 1, right?
Yeah.
It's only got a couple
a lot of the damage over time level 1 abilities have actually been nerfed.
They have.
Lesh Stun is one of the best level 1 abilities in the game, I would say. Good damage, low mana cost, high stun duration, low cooldown. But Soul Assumption is 100% up there.
Yeah, and we'll see. Bottom lane, Skeeter and Farda going for Zai. Stick charges will keep him good. He's going to have another Elusive Beam in a couple of seconds. But Zai, is he able to get into the trees in time? He is. They'll cut a couple of them, but they won't quite be able to find Zai. Boxy trying to go for Farda. We'll get caught out by the Bushwhack. Top lane, another skirmish going out between the two teams as Matu is going to have to back off it. A couple of bashes. I mean, that's Soul Assumption. I mean, yeah, there you go. You know, justified in the way you're talking it up there, as that nuke will be enough to finish off Matumba, Matt.
The problem with this is it costs so much mana that, you know, you get a kill like that, then come back to the lane, you've literally nothing.
Some respect there from Insania for Snaking getting a couple of bashes in a row there, as he gives him the all chat of well played. And there were some nice bashes.
I feel like Spiritbreaker as a hero has just kind of started peaking recently because there's some glitch or error in the code that has caused him to be able to bash at a much higher percentage. Like, the amount of games I've seen Arteezy get bashed 3 times in a row by Spiritbreaker, you know, fool me once, shame on you. I don't know. It's not 17%. That's a load of BS. You buy Dota Plus, it goes up to like at least 25.
Yeah, we need some sort of like research level study onto the RNG across plenty of different games to see if it actually is that 17. Vada, he's going to be okay. And again, as we're seeing, Boxy, when he gets in like this and doesn't quite have the ability to finish with the kill, does tank quite a lot of damage back from the two of them down it.
Bit of wave cutting shenanigans up here. I like this a lot. It's smart when you have a Visage who's totally out of mana. Just cut waves, play the lane to 50-50 when you're trying to get resources. I like this lane a lot down here from Tundra. This is a cool lane.
It hits hard.
It hits really hard. Like the Lunar Blessing plus the Wink Acorn shot.
Meanwhile, mid. Mickey will get taken out here there. As they'll go for the trade. Nine's going to be very happy with that, of course. You know, Snaking did die before Nine got the kill, so even more XP for Nine as he takes it up solo. He's pretty much going to have his 6. We'll see if he does take the Sonic Wave, and if he does, that XP advantage is going to be feeling pretty nice for him, hitting the 6 first.
Yeah, that that all goes back to the early level 1. It doesn't surprise me that that lane is in favor of 9. Maybe not in terms of CS, but of course, when you get the kill, it's going to be a net worth lead. One thing Queen of Pain does have on Lina is kill threat, especially with the charge.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the positioning of Spirit Breaker. He's going for the angle to try and get something done. Bottom lane, Skeeter. Is he going to go down? He is. Boxy able to dive in and get the kill. Meanwhile, of course, over on the mid, Snaking wrapped around from behind, comes in with the charge. 9 hits the 6 first, Sonic Wave at the ready. They can take Mickey down again. So now out for 20, and of course, because of the speed that they're able to bring him down a second time, won't have the ability to TP back to lane.
Yeah,
so
that's
the really good use of the Spirit Breaker to completely force this lane in Nine's favor.
On a catapult wave too, which is the big deal here. This is going to be some pressure, and it means that probably Liquid will need to respond on... He actually smokes from Fountain, which if you do this in pubs, you will get reported, but... It's what you have to do.
It depends. I think it's sort of the average level, my level. People don't know what smokes are, so they won't even notice.
That's
they're not checking who's using the smokes.
It's a little too chaotic in pubs right now.
I mean, how much is the movement speed buff from it?
What, 10%?
15%.
15%.
So
yeah,
you're going to get
a buff.
It's definitely worth the cost, of course, if you're in a situation like Mickey.
Like that, yeah, for sure. So he gets back in time to defend the catapult. Tundra's not all that interested in making any sort of rotation to it.
Yeah.
Which tells me, once again, they're really confident in their timing at 10, 15 minutes, which this is essentially the same draft as the last one, except with arguably a better mid-hero. So we'll probably see the same thing again.
Trying to go for 33, but with 3 points of the passive, it's very hard for those two to take him out. And counterplay comes in from 9. Straight off, looking towards the core. They want to take out Matumba Man. Good bash is coming in as well, the Soul Assumption. They need another bash. Ugh, not going to get it. Only gets the chance to get one further hit, and won't be enough.
Oh, that was close.
And Sonya will be able to top Matumba Man back up a little bit.
That is some faith in his boy. I respect that. The TP to tower, just knowing that Insania is going to be there with the magic resistance and with the heals. Because otherwise he dies to dagger, and then you have another situation where you have a core that cannot TP to a lane. And we all know how that goes, just like this.
Mid. I mean, 9 and Snaking, they've really got it out for Mickey this game.
Yeah.
I mean, see Boxy and Snaking. Can Boxy stand toe-to-toe with him? He certainly can. Snaking's the one that's had enough of that. He's backing off. Yeah, this is... it doesn't really get much rougher for sort of starts of games for a mid, right? You're able to farm, but it's going to seem like the world is against you, right? You didn't have that great start with the enemy mid getting the favorable bounty runes in the first blood. You now died 3 times in the mid lane because of these ganks coming in. Mickey, he is the kind of guy who will be able to keep his cool, and he absolutely has to do so here because it's got to be frustrating.
I do think that Lina as a hero is, in this game, is a lot harder to play from behind because you have the Visage Birds, which are going to hunt you. You're a low armor hero. You have hoodwing spells being thrown from far, Spirit Breaker.
I've got TP coming in. So they're able to close in onto Zai. They will be able to. Insania, he's there ready to back him up. Holds back 9, but the pure damage comes out from the Sonic Wave. Boxy tries to go in to hold them off. Won't manage to do so as 9's game continues to look very, very nice. 6 kills, and he is on a roll. He's even thinking about going for more here as he steps up towards the triangle. They will be prepared with the burst. Light Strike and Ludo thrown out immediately, but the stick charges are there. 9's able to get out as the ultimate from Mickey. Not enough burst to bring down that Queen of Pain as 9 walks out, and now the threat of the Laguna Blade is out of the game for a minute.
I feel like he probably should have died there with how aggressive that was.
It's just, I mean, he trusted in his power to step up to that high ground.
He did. Man, it's... I guess if Mickey had like one more level in the lane wasn't so tough for him, like maybe he does actually die there, or you know, if Oracle has one more level, maybe he dies. I know Insania, he did just have the Purifying Flames off cooldown, but I would assume he did the math on how much that would do to 9, and he knew that it was just going to heal him, so you don't want to use that unless you're getting that finishing blow. It's funny how close things can be in Dota, though. You know, you give a couple of kills in the laning phase, and all of a sudden you miss a kill by 10% HP.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been, of course, a huge kill as well. And
That would have been
that streak of 9 would have got very close to pretty much rectifying that complete, nearly 1K difference right now between the mids and gold.
Yeah, 6-0. He's huge. And Queen of Pain is the type of hero that can actually carry the game.
Nowadays, absolutely. With this sort of BKB Kaya Sanj build, you become this really solid frontliner. You know, you're no longer this hero that you get caught off the back of a misblink, you die. You know, you don't. You're able to go in as aggressively as you want to, which fits perfectly for someone like 9 and the playstyle that he likes to roll with.
Yeah, you're... Oh, Meteor Hammer.
They've got the combo. See if they got the burst this time to take him out. Snake King comes up with the ult, but the Astral Sanity's there from Zai. Enough burst to take down 9. They'll get Snake King as well by the looks of it. Snake King tries to head over for a potential deny at the Roshan, but won't get there in time. Very well set up there by Liquid. They're the 4 heroes there. Way too many for Tundra to deal with. And of course, this the ult offering from Zai, meaning that they could blow up 9. Who got the gold there for finishing off 9 streak? It was Zai himself. So Zai's going to continue to be catapulted back up into the game after what was a bit of a slow lane. Out of all the cores, he did have the slower time in terms of farm, but as we're seeing there, once the Meteor Hammer's online, you're going to have good impact as the OD with the reveal.
Yeah, he's actually leaving his Astral Imprisonment at level 3 and opting for 3 points into Arcane Orb, which you know, I suppose it does make sense because you're basically guaranteed the Meteor Hammer hit. You just Astral, wait a fraction of a second, and with like ping alone, you're going to basically frame perfect your Meteor Hammer if you do that. I mean, he'll probably level it up soon, but it's still cool to see that because it does make sense. I'm surprised he's got such a high mana pool here, just leaving Essence Flux only at level 1. But it has been buffed recently, so that... I thought maybe people would go like 2 points in it.
Yeah.
He's done the math. He's full mana, so it's working.
Matu has got the armlet done over the phase, so he's a very tanky and hard-hitting boy in these fights. Of course, Skeeter just keeping himself focused away from the action, making sure that he at least has those first couple of core items before getting involved. Have the smoke up from Liquid. See where they're going to head. Haste Rune at the ready if they want to look to chase down. Mickey, he'll take it. They're bottled up. Let me see if they can catch 9. Does blink over for the small camp. But 9 playing cautiously and aware. Boxy tries to get the setup with the Boundless, but 9's already too far back. They can't get a grab with the X-Mark.
Yeah, nice positioning from Snake King there, breaking that smoke. Basically forces that jump and, you know, scuffed stun to come out where they're looking to make some play where if he just wasn't standing there, then that's a really obvious setup of like a Kunkka X into Torrent. Boxy's hunting though, 33. His bird positioning has been super on point in both of these games.
Yeah, he's always checking the trees.
And he is not going for the drums this game. He's opting to go straight for the Orchid, which
I think maybe makes sense because he went for the drums sort of after a bit of a slower start in the lane run. This time he had a much better start in the lane matchup.
Yeah, it seems like he identified that like his game was going poorly, so he needed like a quick influx of value from his gold. So he gets the drum, it puts him back in the game, and then all of a sudden he can go back for the Orchid because he's strong. But in this game, he's just like, yeah, I'll go straight for the Orchid. I'm having a fine game. He's just been farmed up top lane. farming on both sides. We're kind of just chilling here.
Yeah, Mikkei's closing up on the farm of 9 very nicely with this passiveness. As he'll have that BKB after the bots. As his next time, we'll hit that very strong timing. Of course, on the side of 9, it was the kite into the BKB. So he's going for. Orchid now done on 33, and Skeeter may be ready to set up for an attempt to push onto the tier 1 top.
That was a tad risky, but...
Hard lane to push into, of course, with the Kunkka around.
Yep.
If Matu does want to stick around for this, but we'll see, because Tundra's push is hard. The TP's coming in onto the mid lane. They're going to try and set up onto Mikkei with the charge. Insania is by his side, though, with a false promise at the ready. It's a hard kill to go for, and they'll hold back from this. Zai attempts to set up from the side. Bushwhack not in time to stop the hammer from coming down. Skeeter, he'll try and run, but the Sanities comes down from Zai. They've taken out the 2 of them. Boxy he's also got the Wukongs at the ready. If Tundra do try and fight on, he'll pop the Wukongs now. 9 pushing back, Insania with the Sonic Wave. Jump over to Mikkei. They bring out the Lina. Can they get anything more, though? 9 taken down by the boundless strike and clicks of Matu and Boxy. They've lost 3 here on Tundra. Soon to be more. They've got the control for 33. X-Mark from Matu drags him back in. 4 dead on Tundra. As Liquid fighting very fit there, as Zai once more setting things up with a quick no hesitation kill as he drops the ultimate to delete a hero.
Yeah, his positioning has just been amazing for this entire game. Like, his net worth is not the greatest. He's the lowest core on his team, but it's, well, number 1, he's OD. He doesn't farm particularly fast, but also he's just been running around and setting up every single kill for Liquid.
A snaking. They step back up. They do have the respawns coming into play from Tundra, so Liquid have to bear that in mind. The full 5-man of Tundra back in action.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Matu, he'll also head back now. Not choosing to fight near the tier 1. Now let's just put the pressure on elsewhere. Bottom lane also looking pretty appealing as Mikkei's getting space. Halfway in on the recipe nearly for the BKB. They can get a tower as such. Liquid are going to have those solid BKB timings.
Pretty interesting little map move there from Liquid where they run mid, they get this really good fight mid tower's low, but they don't commit to it because they know that Tundra, they're going to prep to be around the mid area.
Snake King
is dead.
He was hovering around behind the tower in the trees.
And the reason that Snake King dies there is because nobody can come help him, because they were prepping to defend the mid tower because that's what it looked like Liquid was going to go pressure, but they just rotate to bot instead.
And set up in the mid, Matu. Quick catch on to Fada. Liquid starting to get this momentum going here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As this time,
Now mid is free. They've got a bunch of kills.
they're just running across the map here. They know that it's very hard for Tundra to get together any sort of fight back right now, whilst they focus on finishing these early items, finishing that BKB from 9, which is still a bit of gold away. It's going to take a bit of time until they get their BKBs online on Tundra.
These are just really smart map moves. Boxy a little bit out of position. He's more than likely going to die here. Yeah. He's the guy that's like hunting on trees and looking to make things happen, so, you know, you're going to die occasionally doing that. Because I don't think he wants to clear the mid lane. That's Matumba's job.
Yeah, he's cutting the creep way as well here, Matu. And Tundra not able to do much about him making that sort of move. Bottom lane, the 4 of Liquid gearing up for this tier 2 tower push. And in fact, wrapping around behind the tower, seeing if they can get a setup onto Fada. Matu unable to find the X though. With a quick dodge into the tree line and a bushwhack. Fada makes it away.
This is where normally, if you're Tundra, you would go Roche. But because this mid tower is available, you know that it's just too risky. Because all of Liquid can TP in, so they try to take it first. They end up getting it, but now because of that, they, well, actually, that stopped the push a lot from Liquid.
Oh, Boxy! He tries for the D ward. That's guaranteed death for that attempt. As Tundra is still very much around in the area, they kill him off for that.
Yeah, they're not letting Boxy like venture into their area. He's trying to do these cheeky plays where he's like, you know, dewarding so he can jump across trees and jumping across trees so he can set up for his team to come in and get kills, but Tundra is just not having it. They're just standing on high grounds, putting wards on high grounds, preventing him from doing that, which is what they need to do if they want to keep their Luna farming.
Liquid have the ultimates good to go. We've seen last time. Zai, if he's able to find setup, he'll take out a hero pretty much on his own. He's not with them right now, though. It is just Mickey, Matu, and Insania. Trying to see what they can catch out up top. But Nine's playing careful, snaking with the old Shadow Amulet play.
Yeah, Mickey's got his BKB, Matumba's got his BKB. This is a big timing for Liquid right now. Double BKB.
And they smoked their spells, but they're going to see him.
Oh
Sentry down, they've found snaking. I mean, it was a nice attempt trying to hide in the shadows, but of course suspicions were raised when that smoke dispelled.
Insania's just like, that's not a ward. What the hell?
Mid. Playing very quick here, Liquid. They get a grab straight over, they clean up 33. Maybe even the birds as well here. Let's see if they can get that bonus gold. They certainly can. More gold into the bank of Liquid. They hold on to their lead. BKB is now done on Skeeter, though. BKB on Skeeter, BKB on 9. They have the ability to fight back now, Tundra.
Yeah, he disassembled his D-Lance in order to get the BKB, which shows to me that they're confident, that Liquid is confident in their double BKB timing, and that Liquid is going to pressure, which you can see they're just walking into Roche.
It's quick, right? They're going straight for it, though, Tundra. Do they make it in time? Insania. He's going to get taken down. Boxy trying to hold them back from the attempt to move towards Roche. See the buyback come out from Insania. Sanity's dropped, not enough to get any kills this time, though. Roshan's still low. Can they interrupt this in time? They're sending the birds in. Roche so low right now, but in Liquid, they still get it. They kill the Roche, get the Aegis onto Mickey. Mickey gets burst by the Sonic Wave. We'll be back for a second round. 9 getting an aggressive with the BKB. See if they can isolate Mickey a second time. They can. The birds drop down. Mickey left behind in the pit as the rest of Liquid bail out of that.
Wow, that was an interesting fight. I mean, first off, amazing positioning from Insania, breaking the smoke there, knowing that he has buyback and that he's going to come in. That's just a really cool, high-skill call. But then it does end up being a bit of a bait for his team because he's like, I have buyback. It takes him a while to get back to the fight. So, like, I like this call conceptually. It's cool. But then his team goes in and fights, and it takes him so long to TP and get there that in the downtime, Mickey takes a bunch of damage from Roshan. It takes a long time to kill Roche. Sure, he's there. Mickey pops the BKB just so he can finish the Roche, and then when he comes back alive, he doesn't have a BKB. And the fight's so separated that Insania can't get in there and say, what would even be the point?
Yeah, I mean, you see, the way that 9 jumps in with that BKB, it just stops there being any chance of Liquid fighting back around Mickey's second life.
Yeah. They split the fight really nicely on the side of Tundra.
A charge heading the way of Zai. It's unlikely to continue. Yeah, Mickey even trying to put a stop to it with the Light Strike array. Liquid, they might not have the Aegis, did of course still get the kill. They still hold on to the lead, but only slightly. Again, another close one so far, 22 minutes in, just a 1K lead for Liquid. Tundra setting up, ready for some sort of tier 2 defense here if Liquid try and push it potentially.
They see him in there. They know he's there. Playing towards the high ground, yeah. They're being really safe about taking all of these towers. Like, they really don't want to commit to Tundra's lineup.
Okay. He's not going to hit the Light Strike array, and the pushback has come back out onto him. Astral into the boat, comes down onto the 2 of them. An unfortunate shot there from Fada as it knocks him back into the range of the boat.
I like that a lot. I love that they go for the wrap play instead of just, like, sieging. They know that they don't have the greatest amount of tower damage. Probably their best hero is like OD with the Meteor Hammer or Lina with right clicks to take towers. So they just go for 9.
He's got the blink up in a second. Has to put the BKB. He's concerned about the further catch from Matu and an X mark. Insania and Boxy, they're looking to try and get 9 after BKB comes to an end. Another jump. Can Boxy close the gap? No, he can't by the looks of it. 9. He should be fine. It's Liquid, they will keep searching. 9's already well out of it. Snaking has been left behind, and they've got the means to stop the charge, attempt to escape. They have the detection though. He's playing around with the Shadow Amulet. It's being a little annoying as Tundra's now going to have time to get in with the TPs. Liquid not able to get the kill in time.
I love these Yule Scepters against Spirit Breaker. It really nullifies a huge amount of the hero's impact by taking off the bulldoze, and it's also something that can interrupt the charge if he's going on you or if he's trying to charge out. So it gives you a bunch of play options versus all of the things that he wants to do in a game, and it just makes so much sense. Yule's is good against pretty much every carry hero too, because status resistance does nothing against it. Also, you can Yule somebody when they Satanic, so I like that this item is getting purchased a lot more, even on wackier heroes like Monkey King.
I mean, for Tundra, what is sort of the game plan now at this stage? Is Tundra, they're not quite being able to get that sort of lead or drive that they'd maybe have hoped for when they run like this Visage Luna. Is their lineup something that can scale pretty nice against Liquid, or are things going to only get trickier?
You know, if this was like 2 or 3 months ago, I would say yes, the Luna lineup will almost always outscale, but on Liquid, you have OD, which, you know, traditionally is like a more carry type mid. You have Lina, which we've seen at, you know, TI and Animajor, like this hero can build into Daedalus, Silver Edge, and be a right-clicking carry. And then Kunkka, which we're seeing in this DPC, function as a genuinely strong late-game carry. Maybe less so on the damage side, more so on the tankiness side. I actually think Liquid's lineup is better in the late game. The pressure is on Tundra to make something happen.
And they're coming out with these smokes. Liquid, they're showing bottom. Well away from any sort of play that Tundra can try for. Tier 2's taken, they'll start to take over control. Tier 2's top still got a fair bit of HP. I mean, Liquid swinging over to the mid with the creeps. Do you think they'll just let this go, or can they get back for a defense?
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to let it go. It's just sometimes enemy team shows up to your tower and they just surround it so quickly that if you were to stagger your TPs in to defend it, even though you probably could, it's just such a risk. Because if that first person dies before everybody else gets there, all of a sudden it's a 4v5, you lose the fight, you possibly lose the game, or at least your momentum in the game. So one of those scenarios. That's why oftentimes when teams smoke, they'll smoke to an objective, so that way even if they don't kill somebody in that smoke, they get the objective because they just surround it so quickly that there's no response to defend it. So, yeah, great for Tundra, you know, taking the outpost, taking a trade for a tier 2, that's absolutely something that they're comfortable with at this point. Feels like the momentum's not exactly in their favor, so they're happy.
Yeah, they're giving a lot of respect here to Liquid. Not stepping anywhere close. Trying to stay back, and Skeeter has to be cautious. I mean, if they get any sort of opening, it's not really much on the side of Tundra that can be used to save someone. So chain stun through the BKBs would be rather a nuisance. We see 33. I mean, I don't know. Is he going to go for that, or is he sort of just memeing around?
You know,
I mean, levels are good on this hero, but it's always like, you know, are you really going to buy Midas at like 28 minutes in? It's rather late.
It's a little late, but
yeah.
They have chain stun for him. He's dead.
I'll see if they can get more from this. Matsu, he's going to look to try and fight back, despite the fact his mid's gone down. Wukong's set up for the tree. They get the Tiebreaker hit, and that's the Spirit Breaker down. Matsu with the BKB charging over towards 9, but 9, of course, with his own BKB. They've got nothing to catch him through it. Boxy looking for a quick escape over the tree line, and with the TP away, he'll make it. 1 for 1.
You know, with how badly that started for Liquid, you're kind of okay that you just lost Mickey there. I mean, you don't want to lose your arguably strongest hero at this point. That's not so good. But getting a trade,
my goodness, look at these hits.
All right, maybe more than a trade.
Matsu just slices 33 to pieces. Just hacks him down here with his big old sword. And now he's looking for his birds as well.
No, not the kids. Oh my god.
Matsu picking up the gold.
10 familiars.
Well, it's starting to add up.
See.
Most been taken out by Matsu. Tundra's still poking around, which is not an easy thing to do when Liquid's as solid as they are here with the 5 of them up. Zai, he's looking for Skeeter. Skeeter goes for the BKB TP. Nothing to stop it, so he gets away. Still just having to scramble their way out, though. And it is around a time. Roshan is going to be still 2 minutes on the wait time here.
That is a lot of gold influx going the way of Liquid in a very quick amount of time. They get a couple of D-wards, they get a couple of kills, they get a couple of bird kills. It's like easy 2,000 gold right there. All the while, Tundra was just kind of running away. Yeah, Boxy picked up this gem. Was that Insania that bought that? I would imagine so. No, it's his own gem. Okay, he wants that D-ward gold.
Bottom, 9 being forced to BKB. Of course, the duration is less of a thing of note nowadays, but just the cooldown, right? This is like a minute where, you know, if 9 hasn't got the BKB ready to use, Tundra pretty much just can't fight at all.
Yeah.
Your admiral is on board.
He will eventually pick up that refresher, and then all of a sudden, the BKB is such an insanely good item now. It's like, it feels weird saying it because BKB's always been like the best item in Dota, but it's even better.
Liquid. They are getting catch after catch here. As Vada.
You're right though. They 100% wanted to abuse the fact that they know Tundra's not going to want to fight there.
They just go straight onto their half the map, into their triangle.
Yep.
They know, yeah.
They're just scanning. Like they're just going across, looking for anything.
I mean, 9. If they get the catch on him, 20 seconds until this BKB's up. Matsu, he's got the setup. And he's, okay, he hasn't quite got a smooth combo. Sonic Wave to stop the TP backup coming in. Zai has time up 5 seconds until the BKB. 9, 2 seconds. I think he's going to be fine. He's going to have the BKB. Oh, no, he didn't get it in time. He does now. He's out to the side. TP in 2 seconds. Zai's looking for him. If he can blink once more on TP, he's probably going to make it out. Blink to the side, but it's not the place to blink to. It ain't the place to blink to at all. Matsu was there waiting. 9 goes down over towards the mid. Quick charge in from Snake King. They'll turn with the combo on the Skeeter. Skeeter, his own BKB also on cooldown, so he's not got a chance. Both cores down. 33 having a TP out of there. Snake King will be able to charge away. But rough times there for Tundra, losing 9 up top and then subsequently losing Skeeter in the mid lane.
To me, all of this is set up by the gem purchase on Boxy.
I'm talking about setup. Zai. He's got this, Matsu. He's eyeing up the Tidebringer hit. He's got it.
Because he has the gem on Boxy and he's just jumping around and scouting all of these high grounds, and because Liquid are scanning back and forth in this game, Tundra has no vision on the map whatsoever. And so they're trying to get out, but they don't know when they're scouted, they don't know when they're safe, they can't group up because there's no vision to group around. So the gem is allowing for this like really split map play, and the fact that Boxy is Monkey King with the gem means that he can actually de-ward all of these high grounds, and he can be the hero that's setting up for his team.
Yeah, he's doing a lot for him.
It's just a smart pickup on Monkey King, and I'm honestly shocked to not have seen this so much before, even though Monkey King 4 has been a huge thing.
Yeah, we're just sort of just more focused on just taking over complete map vision control rather than necessarily going for the kills.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting the information and restricting the information
because
Tundra.
Because Monkey King is very unlikely. If you're sitting in the trees and you're playing this sort of style where you're just setting up, you're sitting in the trees, pressing things from the trees, you're very unlikely to die. So gem's a value purchase.
Okay.
There's no vision. Like, they can't get out.
It's very scary.
They're farming mud golem camps and getting picked off.
He's got BKB, so 9 will be fine. I mean, he's got to be a little careful. Sticking around there underneath the bashes and such. Top lane, get the drag back. As Skeeter, he didn't pop the BKB there to stop him from getting pulled back by the X mark. Maybe expecting that he'd be able to do so after the combo. Wasn't the case. Completely stunned and out for a minute. Skeeter's gone. And Liquid, they're up to the high ground here. We'll see if they let this one go or if they're going to come out with the buybacks. The buyback from Snake King. And Snake King straight out onto Insania. The Bird's coming in as well. Astral with the shard. Insania able to sneak away from that setup the Tundra were looking for. Top lane, damage has been done whilst that focus was there around mid. They get the racks. And yeah, Tundra getting caught out a lot here. And the BKBs that 9 and Skeeter got, just not quite having that impact that you'd expect with them. They're having a few moments where Liquid, they're just playing around the BKBs perfectly, and in some situations, Tundra, they're just not getting off the BKBs at all. Zai, aggressive setup here, up to the high ground, onto 33 and to 9. Torrent and the Laguna, they've been able to blow 33 up. 33's out for 50. Liquid, they'll continue the push on here. Skeeter's back in action. He's going to TP quite aggressively here on the front lines. Boxy's got the eyes on him. You'll set up as well. Boxy starting off the action. Skeeter this time will pot the BKB, but the tier 3's gone. Charge across from the side. Snaking trying to start things on a Mickey, but the false promise is there from Insania. They won't be able to finish up the Lina. And of course, he's still got the Aegis, Mickey. So not really any risk whatsoever. Liquid now 17k ahead. We saw Liquid, of course, turn around at the first game. This time it's going to be on Tundra to see if they can pull off some sort of miraculous comeback. But the way that things are going, it just doesn't look likely.
I feel like somebody has been dead on Tundra for the last 10 minutes, at least. Like somebody's always dead, and then Liquid is getting another pick off while that person's dead.
Mickey, he's looking for the kill. He's going to be able to get it. The damage too high here from Mickey. As Fada also taken down. 9 tries to enter the fight, but the BKBs are up from Matu and Mickey. Mickey just right-clicking them to pieces. 9 turns with the BKB. He's looking for Matumba Man. Hasn't got enough bursters. Insania is able to keep him safe. 9 blinks back. There'll be a buyback from Skeeter, but there's 3 dead on Tundra, and those 3, they have no way to enter back into the game. So Liquid, they'll take the mid-racks. 9 will jump in looking for Mickey, but again, they're ready to turn back towards him. He'll put the Shiva's guard, but the right clicks is too much for 9. 9, he'll blink to the side. Oh, actually lived. He will live. They're taking away the Aegis. 9 has to go and reset in the fountain. I mean, can he get back out and catch anything else from Liquid? It doesn't look like it. Liquid, they're backing off. The damage has been done. They've furthered their lead, and Tundra continuing to struggle to have anything to say about it.
How did Matumba not die in that fight? I feel like he was 10% HP toggling with Armlet multiple times. Just some auto attack flying at him.
He really loaded up on that roam. He was having a great time.
He was. He was playing like he had Aegis. But I mean, masterful Kunkka performance with the Armlet. Clearly he's been practicing. Because it really seemed like Tundra just... Like, they just kept putting damage and damage and damage into him, and it's still like he was just armlet toggling all of it. Just, it's such a waste of spells if you can do that. Especially on a hero like Kunkka, where you have the run buff.
Yeah, I really feel we're going to see more and more teams running the safe lane Kunkka. It just feels nice, and I feel like it's one that the carry's going to be happy to play, right? It's just a fun hero.
It's a fun hero, yeah. It's a good one.
Tundra, everybody's up. But what can they do? They're losing their final set of racks here very, very quickly. 33's in with the BKB. They're trying to go over towards Mickey. 9 with the Sonic Wave focuses Zai, but the BKB's out. Zai is getting bashed, but the save's there from Insania. False promise over to Zai. Skeeter goes down. He's out for 100 seconds. And with 33 falling as well, this game shortly coming to an end. A Snaking can't even escape. The Boundless Strike comes down. GG is called. Liquid having very few struggles here in this game, as this one was very close to, if not complete domination.